As their first vehicle sold to the masses, the Model S is credited with giving Tesla the traction it needed to become the EV market leader that it is today. As a luxury sedan, the Model S didn't appeal to the masses, especially considering the growing popularity of full-size SUVs and crossovers. Tesla answered market demands with the introduction of their first SUV, the Tesla Model X. Behind me is the Tesla Model X 75D. Let's take a closer look. My name's Blake, and this is Blake Check.
So let's start with the elephant in the room, or should I say Falcon in the room, if you'll pardon my dad joke. Not only are these Falcon Doors a top-notch party trick, but they also make climbing in and out of the Tesla Model X a breeze in tight spaces. The doors are equipped with sensors that are apparently manufactured by SpaceX, which detect and avoid obstacles like other cars and people as they open and close. The Model X's styling is meant to mimic that of the Tesla Model S. Shown here, you'll notice that the front bumper is nearly identical. Everything from the Tesla cat nose all the way down to the fog lights and the front lip. So there's not much to write home about when it comes to the side profile of the Tesla Model X, with the exception of these 20-inch slipstream wheels that this one's optioned with. Tesla also offers these 22-inch turbine wheels as an option. Personally, I think the 20-inch slipstreams are the way to go. They fill the wheel arch well without sacrificing too much comfort or steering feel. Let me know in the comments what you think. Which wheel option would you choose? So, as many of you know, Teslas come in a variety of battery and motor configurations, but not only that, buyers can also option their seating configurations in Tesla's SUVs. The Model X was offered in 3 seating configurations. This Model X can seat a total of 5 passengers, but you can also option a 6- and 7-seater setup, which cost about $3,000 and $6,000 respectively. Another way the Model X differentiates itself from the rest of Tesla's lineup is with this seamless panoramic glass roof. It helps create an open and airy feeling in the cabin. Other than that, the Model X interior looks very similar to that of the Model S. Same center screen, similar materials, same digital gauge cluster, similar software. Let's talk cargo area. Depending on which seating arrangement you choose, the Model X offers about 88 cubic feet of cargo space between the front trunk, the rear cargo area, and the underfloor storage. In the 5- and 7-seater arrangement, you can fold down the second row seats for more storage, but I should mention that in the 6-seater arrangement, you can't fold down the second row seats. Finally, we should go over performance. As I mentioned, this is a Tesla Model X 75D, which means it is equipped with a 75 kilowatt-hour capacity battery and a dual motor setup, which is equivalent to what most people refer to as all-wheel drive. Other options for this 2018 model year included the 100D and P100D options. The higher trim levels were pricey brand new, especially for that fully loaded P100D, but they offered class-leading performance with blistering 0 to 60 times an impressive range. Now that the Tesla Model X has been on the market for about 6 years, the used car market is starting to see an influx in affordable, relatively low-mileaged examples that are worth considering.
Okay.
And we're live.
And we're live. If you've watched the video this far, thank you for paying attention for as long as you have. Hope you've got some useful information out of this video. At this point, I kind of want to just get more of the ownership experience from the owner of this 2018 Tesla Model X 75D. Tony was nice enough to bring his car all the way out here so we could film with it today. So I wanted to interview him and kind of get some of his perspective on his ownership experience. So my first question to you, Tony, I think a lot of the viewers are going to want to know what it was like to actually go through the buying process of your Tesla Model X 75D. So what was that like for you?
Well, for me, it was a little different because I was the anti-electric car guy. I was the guy who said that all electric cars are basically pieces of crap and, you know, go-karts and all of that.
You're not alone.
Yeah. And I had a friend back in Massachusetts, Andy, that had bought one. And when I saw his post on Facebook, I'm on the phone, I'm calling him, you know, why are you buying that piece of crap, this and that, back and forth. And he says, you ever drive a Tesla? I says, no, Tesla, it doesn't matter what it is, they're all the same. So he says, well, is there a store near you? And I says, yeah, there's one up in Scottsdale. So he convinced me to go up to Scottsdale and try it out. And if I bought one, to use his code, and I would get free supercharging for life.
Okay, wait. So I know that the current referral program, when you refer somebody, they get 1,000 free supercharger miles.
Correct.
So you're saying when you bought your car, it was different. You got unlimited free supercharging through that referral.
I got free supercharging for life on this car.
That's awesome.
Yep.
They couldn't get away with that forever, so that's why it's only 1,000 charger miles now. But that's a great deal.
Yeah, and I've used it considerably.
Yeah,
so.
That's perfect for road trips and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. So the next day, I'm on the phone, Andy, I'm buying the car. You know, it was amazing. It was like nothing I'd ever driven before, and I'm the gas car guy. Right. You know, so
and you got Harley Davidson.
Absolutely.
What other kind of cars did you have before this?
I had a Porsche Cayenne Turbo.
Okay. That's not bad.
I had a BMW Z4. You know, so I mean, these are all
those are good cars.
Good cars. Yeah.
And you're saying that the Model X measured up to them, or like
it's not even close.
It's better.
I mean, it's not even close.
Can't
you know, when I was test driving the car, Jack, who is my rep up in Scottsdale.
Shout out, Jack.
There you go. He said we're coming up to an on ramp to the highway, and he says, pull up on the on ramp, and if there's nobody behind you, stop. I says okay, so I pulled up and I stopped, and he says, punch it. I go, punch it. He goes, punch it.
And I
nailed it. That was the moment. Yep. I remember being pinned against the seat, holding onto the steering wheel and saying, I gotta get me one of these. Yep. So that was the moment right there.
That's the thing, is like a lot of, well, not all people that are anti-Tesla have never driven a Tesla. There are some that have.
That's true.
But the majority of people just haven't had that driver's experience. And so until you get that, it's really hard to have any sort of critical, I guess, opinion about Tesla. I think you have to drive it first.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know.
So going back to your purchasing experience, we were talking earlier, and you were telling me that you managed to get yourself a discount on the 75D.
That's right.
So we're about to hear the experience of the only man to have ever outsmarted Tesla and get a deal. So I want to hear that experience. I'm sure they're curious about it too.
All right. So what happened was, as soon as I start talking about the car, I'm telling him that, you know, we got to talk about price. And he was very clear. There's no discounts. There's no deals. There's no breaks of any kind. And I says, there's no negotiating. And he says, no negotiating. He says, and I go, that's cute. We've been negotiating for 10 minutes. You just don't know it yet. Right. You know? So we go back and forth, this and that. And as we're talking about all of this, we get talking about delivery dates. And back then, there was like 14 weeks, I believe. It was
this was back in 2018.
Yeah. So I go, is there any way to get that sped up? And he goes, well, if you buy an inventory car, a car that's already been made, it's brand new, you know, you can get it within a couple of weeks. And I go, really? And what's the price on that? He says, well, you'll get a substantial discount on an inventory car. And I go, I told you we were negotiating.
Yep. You know? See, now all of a sudden, all of these options and stuff.
So what I did was I built out the car I wanted on the Tesla site, and I emailed it to Jack. And I told him, look, just send me whatever you can find. Send me whatever you can find that's close to this. So every day he was sending me different builds, you know, different options that were out there. And some were close, some were not so close. And I was also under the gun because September 16th was the last day of the free supercharging.
Right.
So on September 15th, he sent me this car, which was literally the exact car I had built.
The one that you'd optioned out.
Exactly.
And built yourself. So.
And I got it in 2 weeks, and I got a substantial discount because it was an existing build.
So you got your car that you spec'd out yourself on Tesla's website for a discount faster than had you ordered it brand new from Tesla.
And the best part is that my friend that ordered his in Massachusetts got his 2 weeks after me. And I ordered it substantially later than he did. So that was pretty funny.
That was fun, I'm sure, to rub
I rubbed it in.
Bit. Yeah, that's awesome. So the next question I wanted to ask you is along the same theme of just your ownership experience. A lot of people are going to want to know what the maintenance on this thing is like. And I'm sure by now a lot of people, especially the people watching this video, probably know that electric cars, maintenance-wise, aren't as intensive as most gas-powered cars. There's just not as many moving parts, and just as a byproduct of that, less time spent at service centers. That's just the idea. So what's the reality? What has it been like for you, though?
I've only spent money on maintenance on one thing on this car since 2018.
What's that?
Tires.
Yep.
That's the only thing I've done. I haven't even had to add washer fluid yet. I've literally not spent a dime.
Anybody watching this video knows that tires are the #1 service or maintenance cost that you're going to have as a Tesla owner.
Yep. I literally drove to Massachusetts from Arizona. I spent 6.5 weeks in Massachusetts and New Hampshire. Drove around for 6.5 weeks. Drove all the way back for a total cost of $0 because supercharging is included.
Free supercharging.
Yep. So tires is little in October will be 3 years. Tires will be the only expense I've had.
That's awesome. I mean, and if that's the only thing or the main thing that we're worried about, then I mean, we're living large.
Well, and tires, you have to buy tires no matter what you drive.
Exactly. You just have to buy them a little more often than you would in a regular car.
Yeah, that's true, because we do like to go fast.
I mean, you can't help it, guys. These cars go fast and they save gas. So, I mean, what are you going to do?
Yep.
But yeah, dude, I know, I mean, you've seen my Model S. It came with brand new tires, and so I would love to put some, like, Michelins on it. Everybody that has a Tesla, I think the Model 3 comes with Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's
I didn't know
on them. Yeah, the performance Model S. So I'd love to get my Model S sitting on some of those, but you know, the whole mission statement of Tesla is to not be wasteful, so I don't want to toss out the tires that came with it.
And that's what I'm going to do myself. I'm waiting until these wear out, and then I'm going to go to Michelin's. If I actually didn't know about the Michelin's when I replaced these. Otherwise, I would have already had them on here.
Nice. Well, that's pretty much it. Just one last thing, I just wanted to thank you. Tony drove all the way out here. He drove like 50 minutes to meet me here at the South Mountain Reserve to film with his car. So I want to tell you thank you again.
I just sat in the car.
That's right. Your car did most of the work.
That's correct.
That's funny. But yeah, just thank you guys for watching. As you have heard from me before, one of my favorite things is the Tesla community. It brings people like me together with Tony to just hang out and talk about and enjoy cars. So thanks for viewing and being part of that community. Until next time, this has been Blake Check, and that's a wrap.